Hello, one and all, and welcome to my WWE NXT review for the August 12th edition. This is my thoughts and opinions on last night's episode of NXT, because the future is now. What are my thoughts on last night's episode? I thought it was a solid show. Again, as I say every week, NXT is always one of the best produced wrestling shows out there. It is quick, it's simple, it's 1 hour, it's so easy to follow, and it's a great ride to be a part of. So let's sit back, relax, and enjoy as we continue our road to NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. So to kick things off tonight, we had Ty Dillinger versus Solomon Crow. Dillinger entered with a new gimmick. Apparently he is the perfect 10. He's got the looks, he's better than everybody else, and, he's just going to get up in your face about it. And it was an okay match, him and Crow went back and forth. There were some good spots, but, Dillinger was able to frustrate Crow, and also the 10. Kept doing 10 to the crowd, and to Crow, and then the crowd was actually really getting behind him. So it'll be interesting to see where they go from here. It doesn't really feel like Solomon Crow has that much momentum in NXT. He feels kind of lost in the shuffle. But Dillinger seemed to come off right off the bat very hot with this crowd, and he eventually caught Crow. He took his knee pad off and hit him with a knee to the face for the pinfall victory. So it was an okay match, to start the show. I had no problems with it. Moving on, we have Baron Corbin. He squashed another individual. I believe his name was Alex Tischer, if I'm not correct. It wasn't much of a match. He at the end of days. And the crowd was really laying it into Corbin. They were booing this guy, They weren't even counting along with this match to see how long it was going to go. They just were really ripping into him. And then he got on the mic and, he said, "Oh, I'm better than everybody else, and then we could continue to, kick ass and whatnot." And, eventually Steve Cutler, who I believe faced Baron Corbin previously, came out and tried to attack him, but Corbin hit him with the end of days. And then wouldn't you know it, Samoa freaking Joe's music hits. I'm glad they gave him a different song, by the way. I was not a fan of his debut theme song, so that was good to see. But Joe's music hit, made his way to the ring, stared Corbin down. Joe called Corbin a domineering figure and said that you're not going to be able to do this to me. I'm Samoa freaking Joe. So let's see what you got, pretty much. Joe challenged Corbin. He backed down. He wanted to fight tonight. Samoa Joe wanted to fight Corbin right now. But Corbin tried to catch Joe with a cheap shot. Kind of got him down for the count. And when he went to go hit him with the end of days, Joe countered. Put him in the Coquina clutch. Coquina clutch. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. And he left Corbin lying unconscious. Like I said, this should be a pretty darn good match. And TakeOver Brooklyn, I'm really looking forward to Joe versus Corbin. This will really be one of his first two true tests in NXT. And I look forward to seeing what type of match that they are able to put on in Brooklyn in less than 9 days. Next, we had a short match between Finn Balor and Marcus Louise. Really wasn't much to this match, but that's okay. This match did what it needed to do. It was short, sweet, and to the point. It made Balor look dominant. He was able to get the pinfall by hitting a drop kick into the corner on Louise and able to hit the coup de grace. And yeah, so Balor looks strong. And then afterwards, Owen comes out of nowhere, tries to lay a blindside attack into Balor. But eventually, he's able to get Balor up for that pop-up powerbomb. And it looked like he almost didn't have him for a minute. But he was able to... he was able to put Balor into that predicament and leave him lying in that ring. Owens picks up the NXT title over the fallen Finn Balor. And that ladder match on Saturday night is going to be freaking awesome. I cannot wait for that match. Balor and Owens are going to tear the house down. And I'm predicting either that match or the match I'm about to talk about next will steal the show. So, looking very forward to this NXT Championship match. And then, finally, we had the #1 contenders match between Bayley and Becky Lynch. Great match. Just a great main event match. You see that, Vince? The women can main event NXT. And there's not a problem with it because they're talented. They have storylines. Given enough time, we actually care about them. And it matters. You see, this can be done in a logical way. You know, having a #1 contenders match, fighting to get that opportunity. Then the fans become more invested. We actually care, and we want to see either Bayley or Becky Lynch gain that pinfall advantage and win to see who has the right to face Sasha Banks. So this was great. The crowd was really into it. I was into it. You know, Bayley, Becky, it was just a great match. Go and watch it. I mean, it wasn't the greatest match in the NXT women's division, but it was a damn good match. There's a lot of back and forth. You know, there was a moment when, you know, Lynch really had Bayley down, trying to cut her off, and eventually Bayley was able to, you know, get a comeback going. You know, there were some near falls. You know, one great spot was when they teased for the superplex, but Bayley was able to get Lynch down with a power slam for only a 2 count. Like I said, Lynch tried to get Bayley to tap out in the disarmor. However, Bayley was able to get to the ropes, and Bayley was able to eventually counter with the Bayley to belly. As Becky tried to lock in the disarmor again, Bayley countered. The Bayley to belly was countered with another attempt at the disarmor, and then Bayley countered that with a roll up for the win. So Bayley defeated Becky Lynch, and now at TakeOver Brooklyn, it will be the boss, Sasha Banks, your NXT Women's Champion, versus Bayley. That's going to be a great match. It's going to be a very good match. I look forward to it. Like I said, NXT TakeOver Brooklyn is going to be awesome. Will it be better than SummerSlam? Maybe. We'll have to see. But like I said, this was a good show, solid show. I'm going to give it a B+. Very enjoyable show. Like I said, every week NXT always continues to impress. I have not seen many a bad episode of NXT that often. So, like I said, this was a good show. These are my thoughts and opinions on it. If you like what you saw, click that subscribe button. And like I said, as I always do, I'd like to give a shout out to 2 of the best YouTubers out there for their views on professional wrestling. Go check out the Lex Man. He's the man. He's awesome. Like I said, one of the best commentators on wrestling on YouTube out there. And also go check out Generic Luchador. He makes some really good videos. He just passed 100 subscribers. So like I said, go give those guys' channels a check out those channels. And keep it tuned here for further videos. Might be watching SmackDown tonight. I'm not sure. If it's a good card, good show. So maybe I'll be posting a video about SmackDown. We'll have to see, but keep it tuned here. I will be doing a Raw review with me and my friends for the final Raw before SummerSlam. Be on the lookout for that and preview videos for NXT TakeOver Brooklyn and the biggest party of the summer, SummerSlam. So with that, I'm out. Peace.